Hello everybody, my name's Emma from Balance Works Yoga. Thank you very much for joining me for this practice today. Today I've called this practice Root to Rise because we're taking time to root down, to connect with the ground, connect with our roots to find stability, and thinking about how we can find stability and connect with our roots in our own lives as well as our physical practice on the mat today. Because once we've sort of grounded and we feel really stable, then often we can feel stronger to rise up and cope with all the challenges that life throws our way. So I quite like the quote here: rooted in stability, we find the courage to rise. So if we find stable roots, a bit like a tree, then hopefully that'll give us more strength to cope with any windy days that come along, if you like. So root to rise today. We will be doing lots of things to warm up the body as usual. And we'll be building up to a Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand. So a different way of rooting today. Instead of just finding tree pose and things like that, we'll be turning ourselves upside down and having a little bit of a play with an inversion. But there's all sorts of levels and varieties of this pose as usual, and I will talk you through those and definitely warm up the body properly before we even think about coming onto our shoulders. Obviously we need to really warm up the upper body, the shoulders and the upper back, and our neck in particular. So we'll be starting, you might need a blanket as well, especially if you haven't done this pose before, then get a nice chunky blanket which should support you in the pose when we get there. So we're going to start in a seated position. So however that looks for you, however you're comfortable, and remember you can always prop your bottom up, elevate your bottom, your hips with a blanket or a block or anything to help you find a better posture and sit more comfortably. So just taking a moment to arrive, as we often do, as we always do in a yoga class, and just putting the day on hold and just taking a moment to let yourself arrive here physically and mentally. It's good to take this time just to settle in, to deepen the breath, close your eyes. And in particular today, just feel the weight of your body resting on the earth. The points of contact with the ground, your feet or calves, thighs, glutes, and just feel the heaviness there anchoring you down. Take some support and reassurance from the earth that supports us every day, solid, stable and secure. And just take a big breath in, and as you breathe in, just feeling the breath expand across your chest, across between the collarbones. Get a little lift in the body, and exhale, relax the shoulders. Soften the muscles in the face, the jaw, the eyes. And just continue with that pattern, that nice deep breath, inhaling just to lift and rise up, almost like a little thread is drawing through the crown of your head, just lifting you gently. And the exhale, rooting you down, grounding you down, and feeling heavy, soft and relaxed. So these two like opposing forces, which we use a lot in yoga to get a good posture, to feel calm. This thira and sukha, which we've talked about before, the balance of effort and steadiness, but also ease and lightness. Inhale. Lift and expand, exhale. Root down and soften. One more breath. Rooted in stability, we find the courage to rise. So hopefully today, if we find some stability through our body and some strength, then we will be able to have the courage to give the shoulder stand a go and rise up, whatever stage we get to. So therefore, we're going to start with a gentle warming up of our neck. So just gentle up and down motions with your neck. Try to keep the rest of your body relaxed, shoulders relaxed. So just seeing how that feels, really exploring to begin with, not forcing anything, Just seeing what range you want to go to. And then maybe side to side. And then just really taking the neck wherever feels good for you, just exploring if there's any tight spots. And if you find a niggly tight spot, then just pause there, maybe have a little up and down, a little nod while you're in that position, wherever it is. And then take it to the other side and see how it feels over the other side. A little nod just to sort of stretch those muscle fibers. And just really listen to your body, just beginning to warm it up, whatever feels good for you. And then coming back to center, we're just going to take a big inhale in, maybe lifting the shoulders as well this time, and exhale, just allow them to drop back down with a big sigh out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift, 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 and exhale, drop, relax, and just really encourage that loose, relaxed feeling in the body, which is going to help us when we're strengthening as well. Okay, we're going to inhale and reach the arms up this time. Take a big inhale and reach. Really feel the weight of your legs grounding down, but the fingertips reaching up. And then we're going to bend the elbows and bring the hands to our head, maybe behind our head. See where it feels here. If it feels like you're crumpling forwards to bring your hands behind your head, then just keep them here or by your ears or even on your shoulders. We're just going to try and open the elbows a little bit wider here, expanding across the chest, squeezing the shoulders. Take a big inhale and lift. And then as we exhale, we're going to draw the elbows in together, take a little round of the back. And inhale, expand and bring the elbows back. And exhale, round the back and bring the elbows together. Contract the belly. Inhale, expand. We're just going to pause there this time. Take a breath here. One more breath. Trying to relax as many areas of the body as we can as we're feeling that stretch across and through the shoulders. Lovely, and then relax the arms down, give your shoulders a roll here, maybe a little alternate shoulders, just loosening them up. And the other direction, maybe taking a bit of arm movement as well, so a bit of front crawl and back stroke. Doesn't have to be an amazing backstroke with straight arms, just relax the arms here and just begin to warm up the shoulders. A little bit of breaststroke. Anything to just get all the joints moving, synovial fluid pumping, warming things up. Okay, take a little, break the arms and bring the right hand down, lift the left arm up and just get a little side stretch here. And again, this arm can just be floaty and relaxed. We're just trying to root down with the hip and just get a nice stretch through the obliques. Maybe just take a little arc, a little sweep around with the arm, see how it feels. And then to the other side, little side bend, little side stretch. Add some movement to begin with. Don't have to hold things in a static way and make them look good. It's all about warming up and just checking in with different parts of the body. Little wrist rotations. Give things a little shake out, and we'll be coming to a tabletop position now. So just going to come onto our all fours, and you can always use the blanket underneath your knees if the ground is a bit hard for you. I'm just going to pop my hair back, actually that's what I meant to do at the beginning. Okay, so finding tabletop position and just stacking the joints, so shoulders over the wrists, and hips over the knees, and I'm just going to take a little cat-cow, so drop the belly as we inhale and as we exhale, round the back and contract the belly. So I really want us to focus on what's going on, getting a spinal flexion and using the breath. So really squeezing the belly in to squeeze the air out as we round the back into cat, and inhale, dropping the belly, expanding fully into the belly, lifting the tailbone and maybe the head. Exhale. So try not to overthink it too much, just notice all the sensations going on. I'm really trying to exaggerate the breath. Out for cat and in for cow. And everything else should just follow. Nice softness in the face. Okay. Back to a cow position. Next time we exhale, we're going to sit back into a child's pose. And then inhale, come back into cow. So we're just going to make it a bit more dynamic, rounding the back into a child's pose and inhale back. So we're still doing the cat-cow, but we're adding an extra little forwards and backwards movement here. And again, just see how it feels. If it's not feeling good, you can just come to normal cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. One more. Exhale, sit back in child's pose, keep the arms extended for a moment. Allow the forehead to come down to the ground or to a block or blanket. And just take a big exhale here, just relax for a moment. A nice stretch to the legs, to the back. And again, take a big full body breath. Feeling the whole belly and back expand. And then an exhale, really actively contract your abdominals. Squeeze the air out and relax in the shoulders and the back. Okay, from here, we're going to bring our hands behind our back. So just rest them wherever they want to here. And as we inhale, we're going to press through our shins and lift onto our knees and lift upwards, reaching the right arm up. So the right arm's coming up. We're in a high kneeling position here and the left hand is behind our back. And just take a moment to get your bearings. Hopefully not too dizzy here. Just take a moment here. Inhale and reach. And exhale, reach forwards with that right arm, the left hand still behind your back. Reach forwards, reach forwards, reach forwards, and then bring it all the way down to the ground. Inhale, come all the way back up. Nice and slow and steady. And exhale, reach forwards, all the way down. But this time our right hand's going to come down behind our back and we're going to bring our right ear down to the ground. So we're really sort of warming up the core here, the back, and just testing out to see how it feels for shoulder stand. Okay, the next time we come up, we're going to inhale, lift up, reach the left arm up. Inhale, reach, check you feel okay here. And exhale, reach forwards with that arm as we lower down. Bring the hand down to the mat. Come down as far as feels okay, and then inhale all the way back up again, really engaging the core. And the next time we come down, exhale, we're going to bring the left hand behind our back and bring the left cheek to the mat this time. So stretching out through the neck as well. One more time on each side. Inhale, lift up, reach the right arm up. Remember, you can have something under your knees if that feels better. Exhale, reach forwards, take it nice and slow and controlled. Hand comes down. Inhale, come back up. Really engaging the core all the way through. Exhale, down. Engage the core, draw it in. Bring the hand behind, bring your right hand down to the mat. Exhale. Inhale as we come up, we're going to lift the left arm up, reach up, press down, feel that grounding energy through your shins, your tops of your feet. Exhale, reach forward, send the hips back, bring the hand down. Inhale, come back up. One more time down, exhale. This time the hand comes back behind our back and the left cheek comes to the ground. Next time, going to inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, reach forwards, draw the belly in. See if we can do it nice and slow with control. And when we're ready, bring the hands down. Lovely, going to tuck the toes, come into a down dog, which I'm sure your knees and legs and feet will appreciate now. Give everything a nice stretch out. Ooh, lovely, through the legs. Pedal the feet. A nice generous bend in each knee to give each leg a nice stretch down the straight leg. Doesn't matter if your heel doesn't come to the mat. Another pose for just exploring how the body feels. But remember to draw the hips backwards, bend the knees as much as you need here. Press the heels of the hands away. Again, one big breath here to inhale. Expand the belly. Exhale. Contract the abs back in. Relax the neck. Okay. I'm going to walk the hands a little bit further forwards and we're just going to ripple into a plank. Knees can come down if you like, or you can keep them up as we lower down into our bellies. Just take a little cobra. So we're going to bring the hands out to the side, maybe tent the fingertips here. Looking down at the mat, we're going to inhale and just press through your lower body to lift the chest forwards, and exhale, come down. Inhale up. Just 2 more times. Squeeze the back body and the glutes. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale, maybe pause if it feels good, but you choose the range. Don't push anything if it doesn't feel good in the back. And exhale down. Lovely. So bring the hands under our shoulders here. Tuck the toes. Going to push our way all the way back through a tabletop if you want to pause and come back into our downward dog. Another couple of breaths here. Just steady yourself. Let everything catch up. Then a stretch through the shoulders and the back. A little spreading of the shoulders. Just spread them apart in the upper back here, so they're not sort of sinking in too much. And then we're going to look forward to our hands and walk our feet towards our hands and find a forward fold. So find a forward fold that feels good for you, using gravity to help, maybe holding onto the elbows to increase the heaviness of your upper body. Bend the knees as much as you need here. It's not about touching your toes, it's not about touching the floor and having straight legs. It's bending the knees and getting a nice stretch down the back, stretching out the back, stretching out the hamstrings. And just enjoying this lovely, soothing, calming pose. A little sway is quite nice. Big breaths again. And then relax the arms on the next inhale. We're going to roll up. You can help yourself up if you've got any back problems here. Just slowly does it. And come up to standing, to Tadasana. Tadasana, that's mountain pose. So once we're there, just take a moment to have a little rock through your feet, your roots, rooting down and just spreading out all 4 corners of your feet, all the muscles. And just activate so we're nicely rooted and not wobbly. So the more we can do that and spread through our feet and get our shoes off whenever we can and spread our toes out, the more stable we can be with the rest of our body. Okay, so from here, just going to take a couple of breaths, just check in with our mountain pose, nice soft knees. I'm going to face you now, and just allow the arms to sort of go with the breath. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms, and exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Don't overthink it, just enjoy the sensation of these big full body breaths. Loosening things up a little bit. Maybe taking a side one, so one side and then the other. Or both arms, you choose. Let's do a couple more. Lovely. The next time the arms are above your head, going to interlace the fingers and just bring them behind our neck again. Squeeze the shoulders, behind our head, how we started at the beginning. But remember, if that makes you sort of crumple, lean forwards, bring the hands to your ears. And just get a little stretch here. We're going to release the hands and cactus our hands and squeeze the shoulders, roll the shoulders back. And just slowly lower our elbows and our hands and our arms down, feeling the shoulder blades melt down our back. Lowering the hands all the way down to our lower back. Again, just roll the shoulders here and just take a little check-in with the rest of our body, that we're not pushing our bottoms out here, and just trying to get a little tuck of the tailbone so we've got a nice neutral spine, we're nicely supported, and the belly's a little bit drawn in. So, like we did at the beginning, we're going to inhale, reach the right arm up, and exhale, reach forwards. The left hand stays somewhere around your hips or lower back, and fold all the way down with that right arm. Reach forwards to a half lift. Try and create a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, back to standing. Bring the right hand behind your back and turn towards the look at your left shoulder. Getting that stretch through your neck. Repeat on the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Maybe look up to your hand if that feels okay in your balance. And exhale, reach forwards, draw the belly in. It's quite nice to do this sort of in a mirror. You can check how flat your back is. And exhale down. So we're really trying to strengthen our back and stretch it out. Inhale, come all the way up. And then bring that left hand down to your lower back and look the opposite direction towards your right shoulder. Inhale, lift the right hand up. So one more time on each side. Exhale, fold. Keep a nice bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Bring the right hand behind your back, look at your left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, reach forwards and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And bring the hand down to your back and look over to your right shoulder. And then we're going to bring both arms up. Inhale up, reach forwards and take a little fold. Nice control through the back. Fold. Inhale, half lift, maybe reaching the arms up, or they can just stay down or on your hips here. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands down to prayer position at your heart. And just take a little moment here, either close eyes or just to find a little focal point. And just check in with how the body's feeling. So we're really strengthening, stabilizing through our core. And just testing out if any of these positions, so holding some of these flat back positions, does not feel good in your body, then just really take it easy with the shoulder stand later. Maybe today is not the day to do shoulder stand and you can take a easier option, but really important to listen to your body. One more breath here. Sigh it out. Lovely. Then we're going to be coming down, back down to all fours. So we're going to bend the knees, maybe come through a little squat if you like. If you want to just give the knees a little stretch here, the little legs a little stretch. Bring the hands down to the mat, knees down to the mat. And take a little movement like we did at the beginning. So untuck the toes, anchor down, root down through your points of contact with the ground. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, come back forwards into cow. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale forwards. Exhale. So it's lovely for the spine and it's nice and calming for the body to do these soothing movements, flows in between the more intense parts of the practice. Okie dokie, so walking the hands slightly forwards again, we're going to lower down onto our bellies like we did before. Instead of coming into cobra this time, we're going to bring our hands alongside us, palms facing down. So you can either have palms facing down, we'll be coming into a little locust pose. So keeping nice and low for the moment and gazing at your mat. You can always have a little look at me, but try not to strain your neck too much. So gazing at the mat and just going to come into a locust. It's a really back strengthening position. So we're not trying to create lots of height here. We're trying to create lots of length. So activating our lower back, activating our shoulders, activating our glutes and pressing through our pelvis. We're going to inhale, and as I inhale, our chest lifts up slightly. We squeeze the shoulders, maybe the fingertips come off the floor. Inhale, we just get the little lift, and we're gazing at the mat. So the crown of our head is shooting forwards. And exhale, we can come down, maybe bringing your right cheek to the mat. So that's variation 1. And then we come up again, inhale, just not too far. Fingertips can come off the mat. Maybe the toes come off the mat as well if that feels good for you. Really squeezing the glutes here. And exhale, lower down. Left cheek can come to the mat here. You can have a little rock of the hips if that feels good. Lots of breathing. Sure, my microphone's getting stuck. And next time, inhale, come up. Maybe the fingers interlace behind your back here. That's another option. And just trying to create as much length as you can, pointing with your toes, pointing with the crown of your head. Stay here for a couple of breaths if you can. Using the inhale to lift and squeeze the back body. And exhale, relax down. Rock out. So really strengthening the back today in preparation for our shoulder stand. One more time. And I'm ready. Or you can just rest here if you prefer. So, coming back to center, forehead, or looking down at the mat. Your hands can be along the floor, the palms up or down. You can interlace the fingers if you like, however you like. Inhale, lift, squeeze. Maybe the toes come up, maybe they don't. Maybe you want to reach the arms forwards. And then as we exhale, bring the arms back alongside you and bring your cheek down to the mat. And just have a little rock here, or maybe even bring the hands as a little pillow underneath your forehead, and that's quite a nice neutral position if you want to support your head and neck here. Rock the hips from side to side. Give them a little release. And then we will now be slowly rolling onto our backs. So roll onto your back here. And just beginning to get ourselves ready for the shoulder stand. We'll do a few little things just to prepare our body and for going upside down a little bit. So we're going to start by hugging the knees in. And again, just counter those little back bends we've done by rolling through the back, giving a nice stretch. And then we're going to try extending one leg up to the ceiling and maybe the other one. So they might be a little bit bent here, you might have them in this position, or they might be straighter, but you're trying to push the heels away as far as you can. Have a little rock if you like. And we're going to reach the arms up and over all the way behind us. And then exhale, bring them back down and bend the knees. So we're going to repeat this movement. We're going to inhale, extend the legs, extend the arms overhead. Exhale alongside us and bend the knees. Repeat, inhale. Push the heels away, get a stretch. Exhale. It's a bit of activity, but nice, comforting movements. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Oh, I've got this skylight above me and I can see the clouds against the blue sky. It's absolutely beautiful today. Beautiful November day. Chilly, but beautiful skies. I think I've miscounted. Okay, we're going to hug the right knee in now and extend the left leg up to the sky. Again, push the heel away, just settle yourself in here. And then as you inhale, we're going to lower that left leg down to the ground, maybe letting it just hover rather than collapse down, and inhale back up. No, exhale back up, sorry. Don't worry if you get the breathing all the way around. Let's try inhaling to bring it down. Exhale back up. Inhale, down. Exhale, back up. Excuse me. Inhale, down. And exhale, back up. When you're talking at the same time as breathing, you can often get in a muddle. Trust me. Okay, we're going to swap over. So hug the left knee in, extend the right leg up the ceiling, and inhale, lower it down with control. Let it just touch, then exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more times. Lovely. Hug that knee in, have a little rock, and then bring the feet down to the mat. So bent knees. And might need to get a drink of water from it. Bent knees and bring the heels closer to your glutes here. We're coming into a little bridge pose. So arms alongside you, palms facing down. And just when you're ready, just beginning to think about squeezing the glutes and lifting the tailbone up a little bit here, and just really mindfully going through each vertebrae. So it starts right in our sacrum, right in our lower back, our bottoms, just lifting them up slowly, and then the lower back. Going through each vertebrae, moving up through into the middle back. And then the upper back. If you get that high, maybe just a little shuffle of the shoulders underneath you just to protect your neck here. Take a big inhale at the top and then exhale, slowly lower down again. So the higher up you go there, you've just got to get that little shoulder squeeze to protect your neck. We don't want to be shoulder standing on our neck. It's not a neck stand. And one more time. Inhale, rolling up, squeezing the glutes and taking a big inhale to inflate the belly at the top. How much can you inflate it? Lovely. And exhale. Ooh, lovely. I love the coming down here. It just is like a little massage. Awesome. And then hug the knees again. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to show you the different shoulder stand options because there's so many. Even if you just stay here and just do what we did before with the legs in the air, that's an option. haven't got my block with me, but you can always just have a block underneath if you're a book or anything, a big squishy cushion or bolster if you've got one underneath your hips here, and that's getting the same sort of inversion. It's a nice gentle version of it, especially if you've got any sort of shoulder issues or back issues. If you're pregnant, we don't want to be doing too much inverting, so that just legs up the wall or legs on a chair is nice here. And obviously if you've got any heart issues, heart conditions or very high blood pressure, just be mindful of not going too high, because the blood flow is coming back towards our hearts with the little inversion of legs being in the air. If we're going for it, then at this point you can always, especially if you've got a hard floor, if you've never done it before, you can always have your blanket, a nice thick folded up blanket underneath you, but your neck, your head comes off the end of it. So I'm going to line up our shoulders with the end. So you've got this nice space here, it's protecting your neck. So you can use a blanket if you want, but if you're not using the blanket, just be mindful to really try and scoop your shoulders underneath you. So from here, going to, and actually it's probably better if it's a little bit longer, because I feel like, yeah, there we go. Want my bottom on there as well. There we go. Okay, so from here, from hugging our knees in, we're going to scoop. We need to use our hands, bring them underneath. So take a little roll from either side to bring your hands underneath your bottom, underneath your hips to scoop up. And from here, we just need to get a little lift. So we need to lift the knees towards our forehead, if you like, towards our heads, and just begin to scoop up. And you might just stay here for a moment with your knees nice and low down towards your face. Don't knee yourself in the face. As we just take a moment to adjust here. So you want to be trying to support yourself with the hands in your lower back, and maybe thinking about just squeezing the elbows in a little bit closer and walking the hands slightly further up the back. So from here, you can have a go at extending one leg and then maybe the other. So you might be coming into like a half shoulder stand to begin with, which is totally fine as well. We're still getting the same benefits. And just check in with your neck, check it's not compressed, check you can breathe and everything feels okay. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades. We're really actively using our shoulders to support us here and engaging the core. So this might be enough, and then you can always slide your hands down to come down, or if you want more, you can just try and shuffle and walk your hands further up. It gets a bit harder to talk here. Walk up your back, trying to point the toes and trying to create this like candle-like shape shoulder stand. So just play around with it. Keep trying to bring the hands lower down and find whatever variation feels okay for as long or as not long as you like. Whenever you're coming out of it, bend the knees and bring them back down, lower down, and use your hands as brakes here to slide down your thighs, just to slow things down as you roll back down and bring the feet down to the mat. And you can do whatever you want with the arms here. I quite like to bring them overhead and just absorb everything that's just happened. Notice how you feel in your neck, in your back. And take some nice deep breaths. Just notice, I can feel some like tingling in my arms a little bit here as well. It's quite exhilarating feeling after doing a pose like that. So just take it in. And you can either just rest here for a moment, you can always, do a little windscreen wiper legs, or you can have another go and go one more time. I'm going to have a go without the blanket this time, actually. But you can, I might as well just show you the other versions on the wall as well. So if you have a chair, any kind of chair, this probably wasn't the ideal chair, any kind of chair or any wall space, if you get your bottom to the chair or the wall and you just have your legs up on the chair, that's a great place to start this as well. Or either putting your feet on the chair or the wall, you can begin to get yourself up in, and it helps you to scoop your bottom up as well. And then you can try and lift up to a shoulder stand from there. So that's just another option. But really slowing things down to come back down. So whichever, come right off the mat here. That wasn't the most elegant display, but just play around with it and just take it really gently, whatever feels best for you. Remembering to really squeeze the shoulders underneath, take it nice and low to begin with, and then just slowly try and extend one leg and the other. So trying, especially if you haven't done this before, trying not to go too fast, exploring what feels okay today, mindful of your neck the whole time. You can even extend one leg behind you and then the other, maybe coming into a little plow afterwards. And then remembering to put the brakes on and sliding them down, holding on, just lowering down. And then bring the feet down. And just take some breaths here for a moment. A point to really check in with yourself and notice all the sensations, the big sensations, the small sensations. Check in with your neck, check in with your shoulders, check in with your hands, your hips, your legs. So well done, whichever position you got into. It's got so many benefits, this pose. With that blood flow in the other direction, helps our circulation. It's very calming. It can, some say, stimulate the thyroid gland, so great for metabolism and just hormonal balance, really. So it's quite a feel-good pose. It's called the queen of poses. Okay, we're going to counter that now. It's really important after doing a big pose like that to counter it. So we are going to roll back onto our bellies. And again, just take a moment. We're just going to find a little Sphinx pose maybe, or you can widen the elbows and just have your head on your your forehead on your hands. Trying to sort of lengthen the neck here. Take a couple of breaths and then maybe bring the elbows in and come onto our forearms and just find this little Sphinx pose. Maybe a little up and down with the neck, just up and down. So almost like a little bit of movement here, bit of cat-cow. Lovely. And then we're going to tuck the toes and shuffle all the way back. Coming onto our hands now. And just maybe coming through a little angry cat pose. And then sitting back in a child's pose. Big breaths. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders here. Maybe slide them alongside you to really open up the shoulders. Maybe having your head on a blanket or anything that feels good and nourishing here. Slowing things down, giving your body a chance to recover. So it's important to sort of strengthen and stretch before doing anything like that, and to stretch out to counter it after doing it. So don't skip the cooling down. It's very much part of the pose. So you don't injure yourself and have neck pain or shoulder pain for the rest of the day. Okay, hands under your shoulder and slowly roll up. Roll the shoulders here. Bring the arms behind your head, and a bit like the beginning, just a little bit of opening and closing, or hands to the ears maybe, just gentle. In the neck, a stretch, the shoulders a stretch. Lovely, and then coming onto our bottoms, extend the legs out. Sit on a blanket if you need. And we're going to hug our left knee in and just bring it out to the side here. Just find your sit bones and see how this feels. Again, you can always prop yourself up on a blanket. And then we're going to inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, lean forwards and get little folds. So folds are really good to stretch out the back, and just bring the hands down wherever they come to here. It could be on your foot, it could be on your shin. Inhale to lift and lengthen, exhale to fold. Maybe go a little bit deeper. Feel the stretch down your hamstring, calf, and the back. Slowly come back up. Draw the left knee in. We're going to take a little twist. Inhale, reach the left arm up and then bring it behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up and then bring that right hand or the right forearm to the outer edge of the left knee. Inhale and exhale again, using that ab control, that abdominal control. Inhale to expand and sit tall. Exhale to twist, using that contraction to help. Slowly come back to center. Extend the left leg, bring the right knee in. We're going to lower it down to the side. Give it a little bit of encouragement here or support it with something. Inhale, reach the arms up. Create length, rooting to rise. And exhale, just lean forwards, trying to bring the arms forwards, the chest forwards, rather than aiming down to begin with. Maybe inhale, come up one more time. Exhale, reach and bring the hands down wherever they come to here. So it's not the aim to bend down and round the back. We're trying to stretch the back. Keep it nice and long. Inhale and exhale. So if that's just here and you're still feeling enough of a stretch through the back body, that's all good. One more breath. And then slowly come all the way back up. Draw the right knee in. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Lengthen, reach. Exhale, right fingertips come down behind you. Inhale, reach up with the left hand. Create length. Exhale, bring the left hand or left forearm to wrap round and hug in. And get a nice twist on the other side. Again, really lovely and stretching for our back, for our core. Passed out dog behind me. Come back to center. Beautiful. Okay, we will be coming down to our backs now and just slowly rolling down, really being mindful and cautious and just gentle. Hug the knees in. Let's just come into a little bridge to finish with. So lovely and soothing for our back and our shoulders. So nothing too much. Bringing the feet down, heels towards our glutes, arms, palms down, and just slowly roll up. And exhale down. Let's do one more nice and slow. Inhale, vertebrae by vertebrae. A little rock of the neck, just check that's loose, it's not stuck. Maybe a little shuffle of the shoulders underneath. Inhale. And then exhale down. Slowly as you came up. Hug the knees in. Extend them up to the ceiling. Have a nice little stretch. And then we're going to relax down into Shavasana. So you can either extend the legs here or keep the knees bent, feet wide, knees touching. Find constructive rest position. Or full Shavasana, really letting everything relax now. So really checking in with your back, and if it doesn't feel good here, bend the knees. Take some big full breaths again, noticing all the points of contact with the ground. So that's your feet or heels, your hips, glutes. Feel the curve of your back, the shoulder blades, back of your head. Feeling supported, fully supported by the earth. It supports us every day. Strength and stability. Some people like to visualize our own roots gently extending down to really help us feel connected with the earth. We are part of the earth, we are part of nature. It's nice just to, there's so many benefits of taking a moment to enjoy that connection, because we just rush past it in our busy lives. Even when we're out for walks, often, it's just nice just to touch things, connect with things. The power of touch is very soothing on our nervous systems. Decreases stress and tension in the body. makes us feel calmer, which is only a great thing. It's also great for connecting us with the present moment, connecting us with our own roots, our own values, our own daily routines, the things that make us feel stable and strong. So just take a moment to think about those things and send some gratitude for all those things that help you feel stable, supported and rooted in your life. Rooted in stability, we have the strength to rise. We have the courage to rise and face all the challenges that the day brings. Thank you everybody for joining me today. You can stay here as long as you need, as long as you have time for. Enjoy this space and the feeling of your body after it's worked hard and is now enjoying a well-deserved rest. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Namaste.